I very nearly almost lost. You have to end with a positive score, and
we're live on the internet.
And it was the last little bit, and then I died, which eats up a day, and so I had 5 hours to get my score positive. And I did it.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It was not easy.
We're live playing Alien Artifacts on our new laptop, which is enabling us to use our new camera that we bought months ago.
It's so thin.
It's so nice. I'm like really sad because I love my laptop, but at the same point, like the new one is very nice. So yeah, let me just quickly tweet that we are live, and then close this laptop, which is Steve's laptop, which is sitting on top of the paperweight that is my laptop.
It's a very pretty paperweight.
It's a gorgeous. I gotta order the new sticker with the whole family on it for my new laptop. So there's that reason. But we're playing Alien Artifacts from Portal Games. This is the new title that just released, and this is the pre-release of that game. You can hear the new laptop. It's really going. We might need to change what the audio is coming in from, depending on how much that fan keeps going. So yeah, we're playing Alien Artifacts. We're also testing a new computer for streaming, and we're testing new camera setups. So there's that.
And Alien Artifacts is an effective cat trap, as I learned today when it was flat on the table and the cat was just sitting prettily in it.
Just yeah.
Good cat trap.
That explains the paw marks in the spaceship. So Alien Artifacts is designed by, I'm just gonna butcher these names, I'm really sorry, they're on the side. Marcin, Ropka, and Viola Kijowska. I am really sorry. But so this is from Portal Games. Portal Games is sponsoring this stream. They sent this game to us very nicely. Thank you, Portal Games. And yeah, we have a cat going crazy on the table. But we're gonna play this game. This is sort of a 4X game. It's a card-driven 4X game where basically the whole thing is that we are different races of humans who are out. Oh, the fan noise is really bad. Okay, it's coming through. I will change what mic we are using as the cat tries to.
Oh yeah, because
get along way too much.
The laptop mic is probably like on the chassis somewhere.
Yeah, we'll do this mic. Okay, right. We changed to that mic. The fan noise might be coming through, but it shouldn't come through at all. Not as bad. So yeah, so this is a 4X card-driven engine-building game, and we're gonna be playing 2-player, but it does play 2 to 5 players. I'm sure if you give it enough time, there will be a solo variant somewhere out there of this game. But I think we're one of the first streams, so we're gonna do a full setup and how to play. What's on your face?
Space Map?
No, because the exposure.
Oh.
Yeah,
we didn't
no.
Figure that out.
We got a light table, so we wouldn't have to deal with dark table break cards, and then you're just like, let's use the dark play that every time.
Space Map all the time, always. Space Map.
So we're gonna do a setup as much as we can with a cat who's going crazy. This cat, she's full on love mode right now. She is aggressively petting our hands. So yeah, so I'm gonna do setup, and we're gonna talk us through setup as we do it. So first things first, check it out, because we have the new laptop, we can do this new camera, which is right here to show off the box in nice close proximity. So yeah, I'm just gonna raise it a little bit. What?
For the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Am I on the 5 gig? Yes. Alright, so so I did an unboxing video yesterday, which is actually what killed my laptop, because I finished the stream and I went to make dinner, and I came back and my laptop was frozen and unresponsive, and then yeah. But this is the game already punched and sorted. So these plastic player sheets, this is the scoring card on the one side, and on the back side, it has this UV spotlit ship, which is the same ship on the cover. This is also the round tracker. So that is just gonna go. You know what I want a bigger time between machines. That's gonna go in the center of the table where it's perfectly white. Yeah.
Oh.
Just pet that hand.
You know what? I knocked the light out earlier today.
Oh, okay. Abby is very excited for this game. The camera, that doesn't help, honey. It's better if it's out. Just go all the way, because the camera just adjusts it anyway. Yeah, just leave it there. That's fine. It's just because it's so white. Then there are these gorgeous player cards, which just kind of help keep your player area separate from construction or built. And the colors are just nice on them for the player colors. Like this is purple, blue, yellow. It doesn't really matter. And they're double-sided with a female side and a male side. So if I can get around the cat, jeez. So female side, male side. And so we're just gonna pick whichever. They each have unique in-game scoring like conditions. Pick the one that speaks to you. And then they each have like a unique setup situation. Steve's gonna be what I call the Halo characters. I'm gonna be the Space Aztecs. I'm gonna just show them really quick.
Would you call them the Spaztecs?
No, they don't look really spazzy. I like them. Oh, I like them a lot. I think I like the male art better. He looks more peaceful. So each player is going to get one. Oh, you want to show yours?
Yeah. All the sides have male and female characters, and they, I think, almost all of them are sensibly. I mean, I'd say they're pretty much all sensibly dressed.
Yeah, there's no like disgusting over approximation of female characters, which is really nice. With the exception of the clone character, but like let's be honest, the male is also a disgusting approximation of a sexy male figure. So you know, it's equal. It's equal in its sexification.
Yeah.
Matt is our hero. Oh, hey! That is the ice in his drink. Okay, so after each player has picked a character, there are 7 decks, and you're going to take all of them, and you're going to shuffle them separately, and then you're going to put them out on the tableau. So the most important deck, which is also kind of the round tracker deck, is the resource deck, and it's got the most cards. So if you want to shuffle that, and you'll put it out. Then there is the ship deck, which has the ships on it. So it's got a red kind of border lines, and then every ship on here is unique. Yeah, I mean they're like plug and play ships, but they're each unique, so that's pretty good.
And with unique names, which I find pretty
unique names. The abilities are pretty similar, and relate to the icons in these upper corners. But yeah, and then you have technology cards, which have the blue borders, and these have some scoring stuff on the back here, and then they have cool technology art on the front, which is unique. So all the art on the front for each technology type is unique, and you want to shuffle that deck as well. And then you want the green deck, which is the planets. So there's already cat hair in this insert. You'll also notice the box has a nice insert that has symbols for what goes where. The planets have green border lines, and then they have planets on them, and each planet is unique. Basically there was a template of like planet textures, and then they do different hues of colors, but they're unique, which I think is like a nice thing, you know. So you shuffle all of those, and all these cards, these 3 types of cards, they're all double-sided, and you're gonna put those 3 cards out here. The resource deck is gonna be used a lot, so we're actually just gonna put that where everybody can get to it frequently. So you're going to put the spaceship deck, the technology deck, and then the planet deck out central. Each player is going to pick what color tokens they want, and this just helps you track points and how much money you have on your player board. So Steve and I will pick our typical colors. So you're going to start with 8 money. Then there's this chip, which I honestly thought was trash. It's this piece. This is the round marker. It's like...
Not round.
Yeah. For 2 players, we're only going to play 2 rounds, but that will be enough. Because a round is 1 time through the resource deck entirely. So if you're playing with 5 players, you play 5 rounds. Which makes sense, because you're going to go through the deck super fast with 5 players. So, yeah. Then we're going to go ahead and get the player aid cards and the basic defense card out. Basic defense card, just kind of put it where everybody can see it. And then there's these nice double-side punch-out player aids. Steve and I are going to share one set. It's like the nice thing about playing two-player, a bunch of games that are supposed to be five-player, because we can share stuff. What are you doing?
I was seeing if I could tweak the exposure a little bit.
Well, it's on auto right now, isn't it? Under webcam?
Yeah.
You're not under webcam. You're in your game. No, you hit advance. You're doing the thing that I hate that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know.
Yep.
Nope. This is why people don't stop, please. I'm trying to teach the game. Do it
You're
when
the one
I'm
that's...
not actively teaching the game. Okay. Then you're going to take the Alien Artifact deck. There's not many cards in it, but you're just going to give it a little cursory shuffle, and then you're going to put it someplace within reach. Alien artifacts are the spoils of war. Because, yes, you can attack the aliens, which exist out there and are just whatever, and you can also attack other players. Then you're going to take the deck of defense plan cards, which, again, there's not a lot. Put it next to the cardboard defense plan. Then you're going to take the alien system cards. There's only 5 of these. These are like when you decide to attack the aliens, this is what you attack. And you're just going to shuffle them, and then you're going to flip the top one and put it someplace which will, you know, eventually be your discard. Let's bump these down. Okay. There we go. So, we have one up, and then it will be the top of the discard when we discard it, and then go on. So there's that. Then you're going to have these tokens. These are blockade tokens. Just put them someplace that's easy access to those. Like a nice felt bowl from Netters. And then every player has a card that matches their faction. And so you're going to find everybody's card and give it to them, and that tells them what their in-game scoring like bonuses are and what their setup conditions are. And so once everybody has that, that's all you need from the box. And so you can put the box away so it doesn't get additional cat hair. Okay, so now we're going to teach. It's really straightforward. Oh, and then there's like a first player marker, which is the ship from the box art. So whoever's going to go first can have that. And we'll let Steve go first as soon as I teach the game. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is sort of like a 4X. This is like a 4X card-driven space game. And so there is exploring, expanding, exterminating, exploding, but it's like purely card related. The actions that you are doing that are caused or that benefit from those types of X actions make sense in that context, but it's all just card driven. If you're familiar with Imperial Settlers or 51st State, it's very similar to that, but I feel like it's more card driven than Imperial Settlers. Like you can do some really cool chaining, you kind of build up an engine. So I'm gonna talk about how you do that and how you play the game, and we're gonna play. So, super easy. On your turn, you get one action. You take that action. And then after you take that action, you discard however many cards you want from your hand, and then draw back up to 3 cards. When I say discard cards and draw back up, I'm talking about drawing and discarding resource cards, which are the black backed card, which give you resources for doing things in the game. And we're each going to start with 3 cards, but I'm just going to cheat and grab a stack so I can teach that. You can never have more than 3 cards unless you have a card that says otherwise, which is sort of like how this game rolls. It's like, do this unless another card says otherwise. So, things that you can do on your turn. You have 7 possible actions. They're all listed on your player aid card. Very helpful. And the one that is most basic is buy a card. Every player starts with 8 money, which you denote on your bank with your little counter. And when it says buy a card, to take the buy a card action, you are going to spend $5. It's always $5 unless you have something that lets you buy for cheaper. And you can purchase one of the 3 types of cards that go in your empire. So ship, technology, or a planet. Okay? And when you purchase a card, you will take that card, you will pay the $5. So let's say, okay, I'm going to pay $5. I'm going to buy a ship. I take the ship, I put it right side up, which is the logistics side, over in my under construction section of my board, which is this side. Once I have eventually built the ship, it will go on this side, and the abilities and actions on the card will be available to me. So, that's buying a card. I pay the $5, I pick the type of deck I want to draw from, and I put it here. However, I can pay more than $5 to have a chance to look at more cards. So for each additional dollar that I spend, I can draw that many cards, and I pick one that I want to purchase. So if I instead spent $6, I would draw 2 cards, and then I would pick which one I wanted, and then I would put that one in my under construction segment. Pretty straightforward. Buying cards is exactly the same for all of these types. The difference is just where you put them in your under construction area. So yeah, and you can buy as many as you want. So I have $8. I could spend the $5 to do the purchasing, which will allow me to look at one card basically. And then I could spend my additional $3 that I had left over. So I'm drawing 4 cards, picking one to keep. Maybe not a good idea. Wait, 4 cards? 3, yeah, 4 cards. Maybe not a wise idea, but I could do that. So that's buying a card. Then we have the build a ship, develop a technology, and discover a planet actions. And those are each separate actions that relate to actually building or getting those cards from your under construction area into your empire area, which is where they will be active and able to do things. But they all of those 3 things are exactly the same. So for building a ship, there we go. So for building a ship, I have a ship under construction. I need to spend 5 ship resources to be able to build that ship. So on the resource cards, we have these symbols. And the cards there's 3 things going on here. One, they're double-sided. There is a top section and there's a bottom section, and you rotate which set of icons you want to use. So you have 2 potential sets of icons every time you go to use a resource card. I could use this card as 3 planet resources, or I could use this card as 1 ship resource. It's up to me when I use the card. Okay? Then in the center of the card, there is a number. This is a random number generator number. It's used for attacking. We don't need to worry about it right now. Then underneath the symbol, the resource symbol, there is a little icon. And that icon is either the explore icon, the expand icon, the exterminate icon, or the exploit icon. And those icons come in handy when we build certain things, or we'll have certain ships or things built in our tableaus that say when you build a ship of a matching icon of a ship you already have in your empire game. And when it talks about icons, it's referring to those icons, the explore, expand, exterminate, or exploit icon. And every ship, every space technology, and every planet in the game, they all have one of those icons up in that corner. And it's on both sides. And they're different depending on which side you build. So that's important to pay attention to as well. So for example, this compass rose thingy, that's the explore icon. And on the other side, this one's also explore.
There's only text that are different.
Oh, really? That would make sense. There we go.
So,
New Essen, yeah. Okay, wait. Yeah, it's New Essen. There we go. So I would need to spend 5 ship icons to build this ship. And I have 5 ship icons in my hand. However, I may only ever spend my assembly, they call it the assembly maximum, when you build a card, when you do anything with cards from your hand, which means you can only ever play 2 cards at a time. That's all it means. Unless you have a card that gives you an additional assembly value. So I can't actually build the ship this round because I need to be able to play 5 ship icons, 5 ship resources, and I can't do that because I only have 2 cards. Let's fudge it and say for yay, I cheated right. Okay. Well, let's say for cheating reasons I had it right. Yay! So I can discard these 2 cards because I have 5 ship icons, and I build the ship. So I take the ship, I put it in my empire, and I get to decide if it's going to be operational, which means pretty art side up, or if it's going to be logistics, which means like ongoing ability side up. Okay? This ongoing ability is I get to increase my assembly limit for when I discover planets. So when I go to build a planet, I can spend an additional card. That's what that means. And all the ships on their logistics side, they will do that. They will increase your assembly for doing something else. The shiny art pretty side is all about attacking. So different types of ships will give you different bonuses or different things for when you attack. When you build a ship as the nice pretty art ship side, you have the option to attack when you build the ship. I'm going to talk about attacking in a little bit because you can do attacking another way. So that's building a ship. Building a technology, exactly the same. So if I had a technology under construction, right here, I need to pay 5 of the blue resource, which is the technology resource, which looks like a currency symbol, if I'm honest. So I just have to pay 5 of these blue symbols to be able to build a technology and move it from under construction to over here.
Maybe like a microchip.
Oh yeah, that could be a microchip. So I could discard these 2 cards because this gives me 5 blue. I would get to take the card. I get to decide if I want to put logistics side, which gives me ongoing actions and perks, or if I want to do the shiny art side, which, for the case of technologies, gives me points. So every technology side on the back, there's a column for when you build the card. So when I build the card, if I have met the conditions on the card, I gain the points denoted. So for example, this card, if I have 6 in total, operational planets, ships, or technologies, I get a point when I build this card. Then the second column over here is in game. So for the condition that I meet that is worth the most points, if I meet a condition, I get the points at the end of the game. So if I meet all of the conditions on this card, I will get the points on the very last row, which is the most points. I will get 8 points for having the most cards in total built in my empire, which is pretty nice. So that's if I build pretty art side up over here. Or I could build a logistical side, which in this case would give me money when I discovered planets, which is pretty good. Technology cards, when you put their logistical side up, they will typically either give you money or they will make things, they will give you points, typically, depending on if they are an explore, expand, or exterminate. So that's what the technology cards do, and again, they cost $5 to build across. Same thing if I'm discovering a planet. So if I have this planet, it's over here, I want to discover the planet, you guessed it, I have to play 5 planet resource symbols. So I go over here, I'm like, oh hey look, I got 5 planet resource symbols. I discard those, I take the planet, I put it in my empire. I decide if I want to put it pretty side up, or if I want to use the logistical side. For planets, the logistical side helps you do other things in the game, so like reducing the cost of things. So this planet in particular will help reduce the cost of building technologies. Other planets will reduce the cost of building ships, or by building even planets, or by buying cards, which is what Steve had last night, and that was amazing. So that's the logistical side. If you build the operational side, they give you building bonuses, which, when you play the card, you will take the top 3 cards of the resource deck, and you will put them under the planet, resource side up, based on something, based on a condition. So, every planet has one of those symbols. This is the expand symbol. If the resource card had an icon that was the expand symbol, I would tuck the card such that the expand symbol was the one showing. So this is a great example. This one has the expand symbol right there. So I'm going to tuck it so the expand side is visible under the card. For the other cards that don't have the expand symbol, The side that has the least amount of resources is what is shown. So in this case, it's going to be this side. And on this one, there's two, and they're both not the symbol that I need, so I get to pick which side I want. So I'm going to pick the gold side, because gold is a wild and is awesome. So I'm going to put the gold side out. So that would be how to build a planet pretty side up. Pretty awesome. There's also one other thing that I missed when it comes to building technologies. If you build the technology out operational side, there's a bonus, and what you do is you draw one card from the top of the deck, and you see if the symbol, if there's one of the symbols on the card that match a symbol on the card that you build, and if it does, you get to score that card, and you get to do the build bonus action. I'm pretty sure. I will double check that rule when we start playing. So let's say you build stuff. Pretty straightforward, right? Except, in the future, let's say I want to build this ship card. Once you have things built, the cost of things increases. So if now I want to build this ship, it's going to cost me 5 ship resources, plus 1 for every additional ship I have built already, regardless if that ship is operational or logistics side up. So to build this ship, I need 6 ship icons. Same goes for building additional technologies or for exploring additional planets. Okay. Oh, good night, Madwana.
Right, it was Mom Gamer.
Oh, it was Mom Gamer. Oh, I'm sorry. So that is how you build stuff. So that's like the 4 build actions. The other thing that you can do is trade resources. This is really straightforward. You discard resource cards from your hand. You pick the resource type that you are discarding, and you gain money equal to the number of symbols of that type that you discard. And you can, again, discard the maximum of your assembly line total, which by default is 2 unless you have a card that gives you more. So I could discard these 2 cards, which have a total of 5 planet resources, to gain $5 by taking that action. Next action is remove blockade tokens. Throughout the game, if you attack the aliens or if you attack other players and they have the defense plans, they will put blockade tokens on various cards that you have. So if you have a blockade token on something in your tableau, it means you can't access or use the abilities of that card unless you pay $1 to do so. Or you can use an action to remove those blockades by spending cards that match the type of cards. So, for example, if I have a blockade on a ship, I would have to spend 2 ship resources to remove the blockade on my ship. And then 2 technology resources to remove a blockade on a technology, 2 planet resources to remove a planet blockage. If you can use wilds for all of that as well. You can always use wilds. So yeah, that is removing blockade. And then you have prepare resources. So this is super awesome. So back when I started teaching, I had a problem. So I had this card, but my hand, I didn't have enough ship icons to build this card in one go. So I have 6, but I can only play 2 cards at a time to try and build this ship. So what I can do is I can do a prepare resources. And when you prepare resources, you're paying to build the ship, but you're doing it over multiple turns. So I can still, with a limit of 2, I can play these 2 ship cards to this ship, such that on a future turn, I could then play my 3rd card, which would finish building this because it would get it to 5 or above 5, and then I would get to build it. Also, if I have prepared, let's say I have 2 ships that I'm working on, I could spend my turn preparing both ships. I could not, however, if I had this situation, I could not, however, prepare 1 ship and 1 technology. You can only prepare in 1 row. Like, you're only focusing on 1 area of your tableau when you take a prepare action, but you can do multiple cards in that row when you're preparing. So that is preparing. There's also a situation where, let's say I've prepared this ship, it's ready to go, and then I build a planet that makes it cheaper to build ships. So if I have this situation where this ship is prepared, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll build this planet, I build the planet, and now this planet reduces the cost of building ships by 2, that means this planet is done because I have 3 on it already. So it gets built, auto-built, not on my turn, it gets built on like the interim, the magical between place. And it doesn't count as an action for me to build it because I basically had already paid for it. So that's kind of how you can do a little bit of chaining. And there's other cards that as we play, you'll see they can like link up and chain like that. So yeah, those are the 7 possible actions you can do. All described. There are 3 additional operational actions which are described on everybody's player boards. You basically spend, all of them are spend the resource of the associated row. So for ships, you'd spend 5 ship icons. And then you activate the ability. So for the ship one, you spend 5 ship icons, and then you get to attack with all of the operational ships in your fleet at once. So now let's talk about attacking. So when you build a ship, or when you use the operational ability, that's the wrong one, of attacking, you get to pick if you're going to attack the alien system, which is currently out, or if you're going to attack an opponent. So let's do, that's a bad camera. Let's do this one. Move this down really fast. Okay. So if I have 1 ship, I've just built the ship, and now I get to do a free attack if I want. Sweet, I'm going to attack the alien system. And when I decide, oh, we're like reverse.
You're upside down.
I am reverse. I want this one. I want it. Okay. Yay! Okay. Now I want the camera up at a different place. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. So I have 1 ship. I'm going to attack the alien system. I take the top card of the resource deck. I flip it over. That number is essentially my dice roll, so I'm attacking with a 2. If the ship that I'm attacking with has some sort of attacking bonus, which it doesn't, this ship, when I gain a point during an attack, I gain an additional point, which is great. So I'm attacking with a 2. So I look at the alien system, which I'm attacking, and I look at the 2 column, and I say, oh, my ship is damaged, but I gain a point, and I gain 2 money. So because of my ship, I would gain a total of 2 points, and then I would gain 2 money because the ship told me. And then my ship is damaged, and so I put a blockade on it. A blockage, yeah. So there we go. Da-da-da. Alternatively, I could decide to attack Steve. Steve currently has no ships or defense plans, so he would use the default defense plan here. He could gain additional defense plans throughout the game if he so desired, which are just cards. He would draw the card and have the card, and then if I attacked him, he could decide to put a defense plan that is in his hand, or he could just use the basic defense plan. So yeah, the reason...
destroyed it as it's gone?
Yeah, I destroyed it as it's gone. Actually, is damage a blockade?
Because I wonder if damage might...
Damage
is under construction. That's what I thought.
Oh, so it just flips back to under construction. That makes more sense.
So one of the ships is, when it's destroyed, it's damaged instead.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, when you attack with multiple ships by using the offensive one, which is pay 5 ship resources and then attack with all your ships.
Speaking of being attacked.
You attack with each ship individually, but they all count as doing 1 attack. So you don't add up their total. You just do 1 each time, and it attacks the alien system 1 at a time. Once an alien system has been attacked, you discard it and you draw a new The reason you might want to attack an alien system is if you win, if you like destroy, you get an alien system card, and these are game breakers. I got one last night. It was amazing. This one is draw 2 technology cards, choose one, and add it to your empire. Discard the remaining. So you don't even have to research it. Like, you just get the technology card. So yeah,
broken.
The alien artifacts.
The whole deck is broken.
It's just all broken. The alien artifact decks give you nice rule bendy things. So yeah, that's how to play. The other thing that exists is every player has a unique action on the back of their like little player card that is different. So for example, mine is if I spend 2 ship resources, 2 technology resources, 2 planet resources, and 2 wilds, and 4 credits, I get an alien technology. And I get to ignore the assembly limit to do that. So that's like my unique ability.
Mine is, I think, just spend 10 ships. Yeah, spend 10 ships to go in an effect.
Nice. And then, oh yeah, the other actions that everybody has that are on their player boards, you can spend 5 technology to draw the top of the resource deck to see if any of your technologies, your operational technologies, score again, which is pretty sweet if you build that setup. And then the Mine the Planets one is you spend 5 planets to produce a resource card one resource card on each of your operational planets. So the offensive or the operational things that you can do, the operational actions that you can select to do on your tableau, they're the same for everybody, and they basically just reactivate the operational cards that you had activated when you built them. So yeah.
Did you mention that you can spend resource cards under the planets as if they were in your hand?
I did not. I forgot that. Yeah, so when your planet produces cards and they're under your planet, you can use them as if they were in your hand, but they count towards your assembly limit. So yeah.
So that way, even though you only ever have 3 cards in your hand, you can spend a lot more than 3 cards.
Yes.
If you were spending stuff out of your planets.
Yep. So there's a lot of like card stuff going on, but it's really straightforward. It's all in the cards and how the cards interact. And there's only a few different types of card types, like card abilities. There's only 4 card abilities per each type of card. So, yeah. But we start with 3 cards. You will always have 3 cards at the end of your turn. And you can always discard as many cards as you want. What's another thing? How did you get defense?
You got defense plans from... There's a thing you do.
There's this thing you do to get defense plans. I cannot remember how to get defense plans. Woo.
It might have been attacking the alien system.
No, I feel like there was another way to get defense plans that did not involve having to attack someone. You take your turn.
What if I want a defense plan? Oh no, we have to do setup.
Oh yes, setup.
I guess I go first because I'm first player.
You do.
Okay, so on the setup card, one side, the back side is your victory conditions at the end of the game, and then the front side has a setup, and it says to add things either to your under construction, which is the left half, or to your empire, which is the right half.
It's exploit. When you build an exploit type ship, you draw a defense plan card. So when you draw the like recycle symbol, you get to when you make a ship that is the exploit type, you get to draw a defense plan.
Oh, yep. Okay. Alright, so mine, I get 1 of 2 technologies, so I'm going to draw 2 technologies and pick one to put in my under construction. I can either do early resource harvesting or new ship development.
And you only score a technology card if the card that you draw from the top of the resource deck matches it, even if you just build it.
I'm going to be new ship development, and when you discard stuff, it goes to the bottom. I also have
Thanks, Jack.
1 planet under construction, and I'll get new Essen. So new Essen is under construction. If it was built as logistics, it would reduce the cost to develop the technology. That's great. and they have one operational ship, which must be the top ship. And it's operational. So,
Oh wow.
yeah. So ongoing, when this ship gains victory points, I gain an additional.
Oh my goodness, the cat's going crazy. Okay. I start with a ship under construction, and I start with a planet under construction, and I start with a operation technology.
Okay, it says the building bonus on it. The building bonus get a defense point on the explosion.
That's good, because I would not remember otherwise. Okay. So I start with it operational. Ooh. I guess that gives me a reason to score things. Hi. You are very cute.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Okay. Stop trying.
When your ship is operational, you may immediately attack an alien system or another player's empire with that ship. I did not know that.
Yeah. I just explained that in the build a ship section.
No, but I didn't know you had to go on mission.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah. I don't think you get to during setup, though.
No, not doing so.
Okay. You gonna take your turn?
Yep.
Woohoo! The cat is just very determined to pet her face with my hand.
Cool.
That's not a good deal. Oh, but it's lined up.
One thing,
Magic petting cat.
I assume this
Oh,
is...
it's almost lined up. Oh.
When you build the exploit ship on either side, you get the defense plan. That's what it
No,
looks
I
like.
feel like it was on the operation. Oh, no, I guess, yeah, no, you're right.
Because it just says remember when you build it, but it was under the logistics section. I assume it's whenever you build it, because it's building plans.
Probably.
I think I should just build this deck. So new ship development. Yeah. I'm going to spend 5. So I
think that she doesn't get pets.
Ongoing. When you build a ship, ignore the assembly limit if you spend only ships. My turn is over forever.
Forever? Sweet. Everybody just watch me.
I can discard this if I want, which I will, and then I will get.
Okay. So I have a tableau camera because I thought that would be cool. But it's actually just going to be the pet is getting cat. The cat is getting petted. Yeah. Sweet. Ooh. Alright. Okay. I only have 8 money. I'm going to build... Oh, that's a planet.
Okay, so...
Hang on a second. I'm going to do 6 ship icons to increase my assembly limit for the trade action by 1, which means I can get more money, which is great. So that was my turn, and then I draw back up to 3. And then now Steve will tell me the rule I missed. What's up?
No, it's just, I was wondering what these things were thematically. So for text, when it's pretty art side up, you're selling it to the corporation. But when it's white side up, you're deploying the technology for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why one side is points and one side you get to use it.
Okay, it's your turn.
Cool.
Do you have 3 cards? The cat is destroying my tableau.
I am building, I am discovering new Essen, and I can either settle new Essen or exploit it. Essen has been good to me, so I'm going to sell it. So that reduces the cost to develop technology. It's 5, so I'm spending the 2 wild resources, and then 3. Oh, is that one? That one's upside.
No, it's right side up. It's you have 2 hands though. You have a weird hand that. There you go, tiny arm.
So I'm spending that, and that reduces my cost to develop technology. So that was also 5.
I missed that. When you produce on a planet, you don't have to use the resource with the matching icon, but you may use it, and if you do, you get a victory point.
That sounds interesting.
But otherwise, you do the least size. Oh yeah, if no section matches, you may always choose this section. Additionally, if you choose this section, if one section matters, you already, yeah, okay, I got it. Cool. There we go. Okay.
Cool.
Is it my turn?
What is your-
Could you just sit right there in the box? Thank
So yeah, I settled new SN, but I could have exploited it instead, which would be placing resources in
you. Okay. The turns are. Abby is destroying alien technologies. Okay. I
the way.
am.
There's only a limited supply of those.
I'm going to. I'm gonna spend $5. No, I'm gonna actually. Yeah, I'll spend $5 to purchase a technology. I got the Yamushi exploration policy, which looks like a Mars rover. Super turn.
Awesome. Okay. I should probably buy something. Yeah, I should buy something.
So for me to develop my Yamushi exploration policy, I'm gonna have to spend 6 development items because I already have 1 built.
I think I need to get this technology.
Because that's
Open market exchange. So I spend 5 on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's an additionally. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Additionally, is you just always get to do it.
Yes. So additionally actions, they're keywords, and you take the first action, and then you get to, if you want to take that additional action for free. Which is gross.
Yeah, I can trade 1. Which
I meant to discard cards.
pretty great.
Dang. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a produce action, so I'm going to tuck that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and discard that card, and then draw back up to 2.
Additionally, is before or
prepare
after.
resource, sorry, not produce. So that was my action, and then it's Steve's turn. The turns are just super fast.
Yeah. Okay, so I have 1 tech. So my next tech would cost 6 tech resources, but new SN reduces the cost to develop technology. So I'm
By
basically by 2. So I've been doing it where mentally I just go, okay, instead of 5, this is 3. So 3, 4. So I'm going to spend 1 wild resource and then 3 tech. And then open market exchange. I just really need to have it as the logistics side. Now I can also trade, which I will do. So I will trade gold, which is just wild, for $2, and additionally triggers. It says when you build, it said you can also do your additionally as soon as you put your tech in. As soon as you, I forget, develop technology.
Like playing with the cannons.
Yeah, so I traded. That was take, it. And then I will
You're pretty good.
draw back up. Fifth turn.
So I didn't get what I wanted, which makes me sad.
That's fine.
Yeah, life is really hard. But my trade action, I can. Oh, I forgot to draw the defense one.
No, because you built the.
I built the okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trade in 3 cards because my trade action, my assembly limit for trade actions is 3 cards. And I'm doing the green symbols and this wild, so I get $6, which is very nice. And then I draw up to 3 cards. Super turn.
I will take an action
By looking at the rules.
that is actually my favorite action.
It is your favorite action.
Well, I have nothing that reduces the cost of stuff, so I will spend 5. And get another technology. Okay. And because this is gross, I can trade card. So I'm going to trade this 3 ships for 1, 2, 3 bucks to Fern. That is so great.
I wanted to tweet a picture of the fact that we're playing. That's a video. Don't do a live video.
Tweeting a video.
Just doing a live video on Twitter of our live video on YouTube. Tonight, I'm playing the Escort. Okay. Steve takes too long on these turns, even though they're supposed to be really quick turns, and I get distracted. I'm going to go ahead and play 2 tech cards to finish my Yamishi exploration policy, which I'm going to do logistics side up. And its action is it's an action, so I can spend 8 planet resources to get an alien attack, which is pretty sweet. So, and I get to ignore assembly limit when I do that, which is very sweet. So I'm going to draw.
So, I think, looking at it, I think you only get the exploit bonus of the defense plan when you build it on the logistics side up because it's in that section.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. Okay, your turn.
So I have 3, 4 on tech. So this next one will be 5 that I will spend for the Cell Easy Adaptation Controller. I can build it either for victory points of some cool stuff for having basically 3 planets, 3 ships, and 3 tech, which I don't have. So I'm going to do it for the logistics side. Ongoing, whenever I discover a planet, gain a victory point for each planet of the same type already in the Empire. And the type is that expand, explore, exploit. So that is my 5. And then I will trade 3 planets for 3 more bucks. 1, 2, 3. And then I will drop 2. That is a gross additional reaction.
I'm gonna go ahead and you can only trade 1. Your additional action.
Yeah, no, I know, but I built that with 2 cards, and then.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend the $6 I made a couple turns ago to buy 2 technologies.
Our end scoring is probably public, right? Yeah. So mine is I score for each operational ship and 1 for each extermination card.
Oh, that's the one I want.
So
Okay.
I want all the extermination.
And then when I draw that and I don't like it, I just put that down. My in-game scoring is I get 1 point for each logistics planet, and 1 for each exploration card in my empire. So I want exploration and
Planets on the logistics side. Yeah. Oh hey, that planet is called Last Martians.
Yeah.
There's some cool. I think there was like a Trog.
Oh yeah.
Troghaven or Troghaven.
There's some nice allusions to other games.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 5. It's nothing decreases my cost.
Can you hang on. Slow your roll, my boy.
Is it not my turn yet?
No, because I'm doing something. I'm gonna discard a card to draw a card, and now you can take a turn.
Okay, I'm gonna spend $5 on this extermination technology.
Fancy.
I got the Vorsh Spectrum at Mark II. When I add a new type of ship, tech, or planet to my empire, get a point.
Nice. You done?
I'm gonna trade. Because trading is awesome. I've been accused before of being a trader. I get $2 for that.
Mostly cheater though. I am going to do my Yamishi exploration policy to spend 8 planets to draw an alien.
Wow.
I got to ignore the assembly limit on that.
That's right.
Oh, nice. And then I draw back up to 3. There is no hand limit into how many defense plans and alien artifacts you can have. They just hang out in your hand and they don't count as like these cards.
Yep.
These cards.
And then.
But you can see my tableau is drawing very nice. Very, very nice. So there's some pretty stuff going on there. Huh? Tonight's flavor of La Croix is mango, by the way. Also, completely unrelated to board games, but entirely related to the stream. Steve went to the dentist today and asked if our La Croix addiction would be bad.
Oh, and according to the dentist, even though there isn't like the crazy amounts of acid and stuff in soda. Carbonation is not great for your teeth. But because this is Portland, my dental hygienist also drinks a lot of LaCroix. So her advice was, even though it's not great for your teeth while you're drinking it, if after you're done drinking it, you swish with a little bit of water and get it off your teeth, that will prevent it from having those long-term, long-term LaCroix effects. So
it really should be sponsored by LaCroix.
I would take that with a grain of salt.
Or with a can of LaCroix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which doesn't have salt in it, unlike a lot of carbonated.
It has nothing. Yeah. It's carbonated water and natural flavors.
Let's see. So what are some of my options? I don't have enough money to buy another ship, so I think I'm going to. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. I have an assembly limit.
You do. Isn't it awful being you?
Pretty bad. Okay, so I'm just going to prep with 5 on my Borscht Spectrum Mark II. And then
you can tell he's like into the like crazy combo engine building.
Trade for 3, so 1, 2, 3. We're spending the 3 ships. It's just.
Can you not?
And then I will draw 2
just
more.
Want love, but like not right now. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my tableau because I wanted it. So I currently have 2 already built technologies, which means it's gonna cost me 5, 6, 7 to build a technology, which is not great. However, I'm gonna use my alien artifact. Draw 2 technologies, choose 1, and add it to my empire. So, wow.
So it looks like Explorer Technologies are giving you victory for planet things, which makes sense.
And I want exploration cards in my empire. So, otherwise I can do things. So when I attack, gain some money, or I get to spend 5 credits and choose a type, search the ship deck for the first ship of that type, and then place it in construction. It doesn't really interest me. The backs of both these cards are points for planets, and I have a thing that's like, yeah, planets are great. So I'm going to go ahead and build the one that says planets are great. And I'm going to put it operational side up. I'm going to just get it for free because I played that broken alien technology.
It was broken?
I mean, I may have acquired it through illicit means. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and discard. Let's discard 1 card to draw another card, which I don't want. But that's fine.
I'm going to spend 6 to get 2 planets. Alright, reduces the cost to build ships, or reduces the cost to discover a planet. Build ships is great. But I think I need to build planets. So Lem 2, I'm sorry. Someone will settle you. But that was my 6.
But he's not settling for you.
Nope. And then I'm going to get 3 money from trading those 3 techs.
How are you enjoying 7th Continent? Completely good. Steve wants to try it. I think he's planning to try it next week.
Yep. I think I have the chance to play it for probably about an hour before we stream.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build my first planet, and I don't care about the ship bonus, so I'm going to build it operational side. So I'm going to produce. So I'm going to click my tableau because it's the first time we've produced. So I draw a card. It is not, none of the symbols match, so I have to put the side that shows the least number of symbols. And then I draw another card. None of the symbols match. So again,
so if it does match, you can choose either?
I guess it says you may.
Yeah. So you can choose either, but you get a point if you do matching.
So I have to do the non-matching, right? Or am I just full of it?
Yeah, no, it says you may, but you must choose the least one if neither.
Okay. So this one does match, and it's ship side, but I don't really care about ship side, but it would give me a point. But I don't care about ship side, so I'm going to go ahead and do the non-ship side. So I've now produced. So that is what producing looks like. And then I'm going to draw back up. To 3. Yes. Okay. Super. Oof.
Or maybe you must always choose the matching one to get a point. You know?
It said may. I read it over
Yeah.
your shoulder.
It says you may always choose a matching one. One thing also is there's the small icon of the Expand, Explore, Exploit, or Exterminate. That always matches the ship's trading, tech, or planets. So planets are always explore, tech is always expand, trade is always exploit, and then ships are always exterminate. So that's another way. Those aren't randomized.
Yes. Take your turn.
I think it is important that I prep
I love this city so much.
this planet with 5.
It's actually a shirt,
And then
but I
will
call it
spend
my Star Wars Jedi hoodie because it's what it
3
makes me feel
planets
like.
for my trading. Tough
Okay. I really want to do a thing that I apparently am not allowed to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do preparing over there with 2 cards. And then I will draw back up. Why do you hate me, cruel world? Alright.
Yeah, in both the games that I played, I've had a really tough time switching things to the operational side early in the game because the logistics side are so helpful because they help build your engine. Alright, I think I'm just going to build JSSC with 1 card, that's 6, and then I'm going to discover that planet, which will reduce the cost to discover planets in the future. And when I discover a planet, I gain 1 for each of the same type, which I don't have any, so I don't get one.
Cool.
But
okay.
I can trade.
I
can
can
trade for that trade symbol.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 cards to add 2 wilds to add to my 2 other cards that I've prepared. So I have 8, which is what I need, right? 6, 7, 8, yep. To build this technology, which increases my hand size. Yay! I now have 5 cards in my hand, which is very helpful. So I draw back up to 4, or sorry, I have 4 cards in my hand. So I draw back up to 4. Sweet! My assembly limit is still limited.
Oh, how'd you get the extra card? Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
4 cards. Okay. I've got 8 money. I'm gonna spend.
You can never have more than $15 and less than $0.
I'm gonna
or
spend
less.
all 8. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna draw 4 cards.
I thought you wanted shirts.
Okay. So I got 4 cards. I was looking for an exploit planet because all exploit planets reduce the buy costs, which is incredible. And I'm hurting for money this year.
Which is funny because you're trading a lot.
Mm-hmm. But I am also I'm also going to trade for
Chat's very
3
quiet tonight. It's very quiet.
That will get me 3 bucks.
Whereas
And
YouTube
I
just
will
not telling me that you
discard
got
one.
it.
Okay. I'm back up. Your turn.
I'm
This
gonna,
game also moves at a pretty big clip.
I'm going to trade using my planets. So, because I have an assembly limit that's increased. So I use $7, which puts me at $10.
Oh, your trade assembly limit is increased by 1 pound.
Steam drink. Oh, and then I draw back up.
So my cost to discover a planet is now reduced. So this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So I'm going to prep it with 2, and then trade this for 2.
I'm going to go ahead and spend, I think, $6. Yeah. To pick 2 planets, or draw 2 planets and pick which one I want. I definitely want Jenna 21. And so planets that I don't pick, I put on the bottom of the deck. Boop. I feel like I'm wondering if chat just doesn't work. I'll figure it out. You go. Oh, I draw back up. Oh no, I didn't do anything.
All right,
It's gonna cost me. I will discard that to draw a card.
Okay. I'm going to build Havoc for 2. It only costs 5, but I'm doing 6 because I
We
only
should
choose.
play Cry Havoc. I need to paint those figures.
Oh, and the planet even kind of looks like the Cry Havoc planet. Okay, so spent 6.
Here.
When I discover a planet, gain one planet of the same type. I don't already have an exploit planet, but I will trade 3 planets to get $3. 1, 2, 3. So back to 8. We'll draw back.
Okay. I am going to discover this planet for 6, which is great because now it costs me 2 less to build planets. And then we go with it. And now it's Steve's turn.
Now I can buy it, but it only costs 3. So from 8, I'm going to spend 3, and I'm going to get the SS Manticore and add that to my under construction area. And then I'm going to trade 3 planets for another 1, 2, 3 bucks.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and trade these 3 cards for $8, which puts me at $12, and then I will go back up. And then Steve's turn.
I'm going to buy it again. So my buy is 3. I'm going to spend 4. I'm going to draw 2 planets.
She's coming back.
I'm going to put Robinson down. Robinson is an exploitation planet. Additionally, what I do, I will trade 2 planets for 2 more. Took turn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pay 6 to draw 2 planets. Let's pick which one I want. What else do you got? Virtuous 41? No. X's are 10s. It's 21. Virtuous 21.
Richard, what?
I don't know. It's the name of the planet.
Oh, Vitruvius 21. My new ship development facility, I'm using that for the first time. When I build a ship, ignore the assembly limit if I spend only ships. I'm going to spend 6. And the SS Manticore costs 6 because I already have 1. So I'm going to flip it to the operational side.
You going to attack?
Yes.
What
I'm going to attack. So I can attack either you or the alien system. I think I would like to attack the alien system.
Okay, so you draw the top card. And you add 1 to the attack value, so you're at a 4.
Yep.
Which means you gain a point and 2 money, or
An
a
artifact.
point and an artifact.
So I will gain a point.
Mm-hmm.
First point on the board. And an artifact.
Fair enough.
And then I will draw.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead, because I've built 2 planets, my planet building cost is 5, 6, 7 minus 2, so it's 5, which is great. So I'm going to spend 1 card from here, and then I'm going to spend this one from my planet that I produced previously, for a total of 5. So I build that, which also reduces the cost of building planets. Yay! Okay. And then I'll draw back up.
Cool.
Sweet.
Also, in artifacts, I wasn't sure if it was any time at all or any time on your turn. It is any time on your turn. Okay. I'm going to take 2 buy actions at no cost. So I'm going to buy 1 ship. I imagine drawing extra cards. But I'm going to buy the Black Plague, which is great. And then I can take another buy action. I would get this planet. Amoosh.
Okay.
That wasn't my action. I will, for my action, I will prep the Black Plague and put 5 ships on it.
Wait, how did you draw? Oh, you did the alien.
Yeah, an artifact, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will trade for $2.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do my special character action by spending 2 of every type of resource plus 2 wilds and $4 to get an alien artifact. Boom. Oh, wow, okay. Nope, not what I want. Okay, well that's not great, but I'm glad Steve doesn't have it. So there's that. And then
does this go away because
Yep.
at the bottom of the deck though?
Yep. And now I have 4 cards again. And Steve's turn.
So wild. Let's see, my ships, this is 5, this is 6. Let's see. 3, 4, 5. One of these would be 6 planets. So I will prep finish, and then I will use my 3 ship for 3 more money. And then I'll resolve 1, 2.
Okay, I'm gonna spend. So I'm gonna trade 2 cards to get $4. And then I will shuffle because we need more cards.
Okay. So because chaining is awesome, I will build Hanush 1, so it's a 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hanush reduces the cost to build a ship by 2. So this would have been 5, 6, 7, but now it is 3, 4, 5. So the Black Plague automatically builds, and I will build it on its operational side.
However, at the end of my turn, it actually would advance to the last round of the game.
Yes.
Because when you go through the deck, that's 1 round.
Yep.
So we are on the second round. So now I will.
It's not your turn yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that is operational. I'm going to attack something. I'm going to attack this alien planet. So it has a whole bunch of things. Let's go. I'm going to flip it. The ongoing effect of this ship is when it's destroyed, it goes to under construction instead. It is a 3. So the result is ship is damaged. Draw 3 planets and buy 1 for free. Discard the remaining. So it goes back to under construction. Draw 3 planets.
It's like a good consolation prize.
It's a great consolation prize.
Like crash land on a planet or something.
I am going to get Jacobus, which is a exploitation planet.
Okay. I'm gonna spend.
And I'm gonna trade 3 ships for $3.
Okay. I'm gonna spend $6 to draw 2 cards. 2 planets. Pick which one I want. Oh jeez. Doesn't much matter, does it? I will take Mentech in. And then I will that'll be my turn. It's your turn.
Wait. I'm just going to do 2 of these to prep the Black Plague, and then trade 2, which gets me only $1, because I'm max, but then I will redraw 3 cards.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend, it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, minus 4, so it's $4 to build this planet, or 4 planet resources. So I spend those 4, and it now is cheaper for me to do development, which is great. And then I draw 2 cards.
Okay. I will build the Black Plague, so that's 5. This flips over and is operational again. And it's a I may attack, right?
Yeah.
I may immediately attack.
Oh wait, we didn't do a new one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I am not going to attack.
I'm gonna go ahead and trade in these 3 cards, which will give me $7. There's 7 chip items.
Okay. Let's see, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my next planet is going to cost 7. I'm going to go prep Jacobus for 2.
I'm going to go ahead and spend... I'm going to go ahead and spend $6 to draw 2 technology cards. Okay. There's some good cards, y'all. I'm going to take the Yamashi Galaxy mapping servers, which would go really well with my Yamashi exploration policy. So,
yeah. And then you say once more.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to spend 7. Oh wait, no. Hold on. Costs are 3. So if I spend 7, I'll get 4. So I spend 7 and draw 4 ships. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I didn't need all 4 because all I want is that exploration ship. Then okay.
I'm going to go ahead and do the Yamashi Galaxy mapping servers because 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9. Wait, what? Oh, no. 5. No. 6, 7, 8, 9. Minus 2 is 7. I miscounted apparently.
When you buy, you may buy again. Yeah, there's a lot of wacky chaining in this.
So in that case, I will prep 2 cards under there and then draw them.
Oh, I didn't draw.
And then it's Steve's turn.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will discover Jacobus, but I am actually going to discover it on the operational side, which will give me 3 resources. 2, 3. It is an exploit, so it's 1, and then these other ones don't match. So we're playing that if it matches, you could choose either? Because it just,
yeah. It's a may.
Because it says you may always choose that one, but then it doesn't say anything about the other. But that would get me victory point.
When I've been done with this game, I want to play again.
No, me too. So I am going to do these 3 on there, and because one of them matched, I give him 1 victory point. And then additionally, I will trade 3, 1, 2, 3, and then draw 2.
Steve's tableau has gotten pretty good. So, I'm just gonna. Oh, it's as far as I can get back up. It's such a quiet chat night. It's crazy. Okay. I will spend a gold point.
And sorry, this was the reason that when I discover a planet, gain 1 for each of the same type. So I already had 1, so I gained 1 point.
Great. I'm going to do the map sheet galaxy mapping servers, but I'm actually going to do it as operational. So I didn't do this when I built my last operational thing, but it didn't matter because I didn't have the planets built. So drill, reveal the top. This symbol matches! So for having 3 operational technologies, 3 operational technologies that I get a point.
What is that score 4 or more?
Well, so that could either mean that they each individually score 4 or more, or the total of them will score 4 or more. Which, at the end of the game, if that's true, I do hit that target. But if it's they each need to score 4 individually.
Which type is that?
It's not, it's a... Yeah.
I think it means. Oh yeah, it doesn't. I'm not sure if it's because it's 4 and 8. I think these are all 2, 4, and 8. So I think it means that they would score 4 or 8 at the end of the game.
Yeah, which I think I agree. Yeah. So that's my turn. So go.
We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's gonna cost 8. So I will prep it. I will prep Robinson for 2. I will not trade. And then I will draw 2 more.
I'm gonna trade 6 planet symbols for 6 bucks, and then draw back up.
Okay. I am going to spend 1 from my hand, and now because I have things on my planets, I can actually exploit the planets. So it's still within the assembly limit. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to deploy Robinson also as operational, or I discover it. And I gain 1 for each of the same type of order. My empire is 2, so I gain 2 points now.
Don't forget to produce.
I am, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and then you trade on that.
None of them match, so I have to always do the least.
Yep.
This one, I can choose either. This one is.
Are you trading? This one? No. Yes.
Trade this.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and trade as well. I'll trade these 6 ship icons for another $6.
Yes.
And then that was my turn.
And then for my turn, I will spend. Still following the assembly limit. My ships are.
We have not played Can't
So,
Can't
3,
Stop
4, 5,
Express.
6. So that would cost 6.
I want to try it though. It's on my list to try. We love Can't Stop, but I don't know if it's gonna work for me as a roller. We'll try. I'm sure Sue's has it.
6. So I'm gonna spend. So with my new ship development, when I build a ship, I ignore the assembly limit, so I can spend up to 3. So I'm gonna use one of these cards for my planets. Spending 6, building the Luna Universal 2. I will not trade. And then I will.
I now regret building the card the way I built it, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 5.
Oh, I get to attack. But I
Great.
don't want to.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 5 to buy a planet. Glorieta. And I will go ahead and that'll be all I do.
Okay. I'm gonna do tech names. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, finally building Divorce Spectrum Mark II. Spending 7 on it.
We've been waiting so long.
I have been waiting, But this gives me 3 points for 4 operational ships of a different type if.
You get the exploit.
And I did.
The exterminates the one. And you did, so you get 8 points.
I rolled down 3 points.
3 points. But at the end of the game, it's 8 points. So, yeah, that's worse. You can trade?
No, because I'm lapsed.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend 5 to build Glorietta, which makes building future planets even cheaper. Yahoo! Building cheap planets. Cheap planets.
For the
cheap
start
planets.
offensive, gain revenue and mine the planets to need the assembly limit too? What? Do you have to follow the assembly limit for those two?
Unless it says otherwise, you always have to play the assembly limit.
So that one is not easy to get. So buying costs me 3. Let's pay 5. Oops, 5. Let's get 1, 2, 3 cards. Wow. Wow.
How are you doing, boss?
Wow. Oh, this has a TI-86 mapping system. Powered by calculators. These texts.
It's the Yamishi. The Yamishi calculator does a lot.
This one though is bigger. Reduce the cost to discover a planet by 1 for each ship in your empire. That is just. Yeah. I have to get the Force 22 enhanced military drive. I have no choice.
No choice whatsoever. It is forcing them to do it. I'm looking at where there's not a camera. Okay.
However, I would like to trade 2 to get to
I'm gonna go ahead and spend $6 because I don't want the same planet again. To draw 2 cards, and they're the same type. That's great. I'm gonna pick the one named Pyros. How upsetting. I should have spent that extra dollar.
Okay. So I'm gonna spend 3 to buy 6, 7, 10 minus 6 a shore. Oh, it's the SS Alice.
We have a friend named the SS. Well, she's not named the SS Alice.
Something like
Okay, you go.
Yes, I will keep 3 tax again.
Okay. I'm gonna spend 6 to build a house. And I'm gonna build it. Go away. Go away. That side. So planets are even cheaper. For me. Stupid.
Okay. I'm gonna build a ship. When I build a ship, ignore the assembly limit if I spend only ships.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll spend 4, 5, 6, 7. No, actually, if I'm ignoring the assembly limit. So I'll spend 7 with 4 cards. Seven with 4 cards, go to the SS Alice.
Okay. Did something happen to your computer? Yes, my computer died. My computer died last night after the unboxing stream. I went to make dinner and I came back and it was frozen and not doing anything, so I turned it off. Hard reset mode, and it came back on and was beeping very loudly and angrily, which was like the RAM is bad, RAM is dead sound.
And on the MacBooks since 2013, I think, the RAM is soldered onto the board. so you can't just swap it out for any stick like you can with something swappable around.
So, I drove an hour and a half to my friend's. I have a friend who is a Mac tech, and so I drove an hour and a half and got free tech service from him, which was amazing. And he opened it up and he was like, yeah, it's dead. But there was like no water damage and stuff, and so we could have paid money to have it repaired, or we could have just bought a new computer that could handle streaming 3 cameras, which we currently are doing, and doing our 4K camera.
Oh, whoa.
And what?
Then you just really gestured it. Yeah.
Ah! Yeah, so we have a new shiny laptop, which is great, and it's amazing, and it has an amazing RAM and video card, and like for video editing, it is the best that you can buy for Mac right now. So it's a very nice computer, and it's an investment into this channel. Thank you, Patreon supporters. It would not have been possible without you, because I have not been taking money from my Patreon for like over a year and a half now. And so, yeah, that adds up. When you don't touch that for a year and a half, that adds up. So, yeah. All right. I want to do things, but I can't do all the things I want to do. It's the worst. I will... I'm going to trade twice, but I think. Oh, man. I will go ahead and trade... for 5. TFMs. So I have a new shiny laptop, which I'm excited about. But I'm like sadly excited about it because it was very expensive and it wasn't a planned purchase. And Essen is in a week. We leave for Essen in a week, and I'm just like, oh.
Which one? 1, 2,
but
3.
we leave for Essen in a week, which means I needed a computer today.
18.
So, yeah. Because there's other work things that I have to do before Essen. And now it'll be a little easier because of the computer. So, I'm excited.
I don't want to.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of cards. I'm going to spend 7, so we'll get 3 cards. Right? Because 5 will get 1, 6 will get 2. Yep, 7. Great.
I'm super into this right now.
I'm gonna, yeah, you are. It's like a little annoying, actually. I'm gonna buy Odin.
You're just saying that because you don't have the Forge 22 advanced military.
So, yeah. Alright, that's... Hey. I'm gonna have to go for 6. Yeah. So, I'm gonna go ahead and discard this card, hoping that I get a better card. I did not. Stupid.
Okay. So, I am actually going to attack.
Who are you gonna attack? You're gonna pay the 5 to just attack.
Yeah, so I'm going to pay this and then this 3 to attack. So here's the deal. I really want to have this endgame goal. And it says, 1 at a time, draw and reveal 1 resource card from the top of your resource deck and resolve an attack for each participating ship.
Yes, but they attack the same alien.
Same target.
Yep.
So I'm curious.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. You can't spend gold when paying for operational actions. That's a good note. I'm curious if you have to decide which ships are participating before you start resolving them.
All.
Well, all may.
Oh. Yes, probably.
So, I would probably say that you should do that first, but... So good. You know, I'm just going to attack with all 4, because I want to see what all 4 of the abilities do.
Okay. First ship.
The alien system.
Flip it.
And this is gonna burn you. So it's a 3. When this ship gains a victory point, gain an additional 1. A 3 is lose 2 credits.
But you gain a point, so you need 2 points.
Yep. So that's that ship.
Wait, why did you go from a 7 to an 8 and then to a 10?
7 to an 8 to a 10 for what?
You literally just moved your piece from 7 to 8 and then from 8 to 10. Because you moved it once, and then I said, and you get 2 points because of your plus, and so you moved it again.
I thought it was on 8, but I guess not. Yeah. Okay. This one, I add 1 to the attack value. It's a 1. Okay. Lose 2 credits again.
Well, no, but you add 1 to the attack value.
So it's a 2.
So it's a 2.
It's damaged. That's what I'm saying. So I lose 2 credits. The ship is damaged. I lose 2 credits. And I gain a point. Now I'm at 10. Okay. And then I will do, since I've decided up front that I should do all of them, I think we could have ruled it either way, but I think this is better.
That's how it works.
Well,
You have to.
Well, yeah. I
You
mean,
decide.
you gotta commit.
That's how it's going to
So
happen.
I'm going to flip this one. When it's destroyed, place it under construction instead. So it can only ever be damaged. And it's a 3. So lose 2 more credits. But gain another victory point. And then for the last ship, which is the Luna Universalis 2, I will draw 1. If it gains an alien artifact during attack, draw 2, keep 1. And it's a 3. It does not. So I lose 2 more. And then gain 1 more victory point.
Yeah, you're going to destroy it. Okay.
So that was neat. Also, that really did burn through the deck a lot. So it wasn't totally that. Time to trade.
Great. I am going to I'm going to go ahead and do 6 to build this ship. So I'm going to go ahead and trade for me $5. And then I draw 2. That's what I wanted. Steve's turn.
I'm going to prep the SS Manicore for 2.
And trade.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to draw 2.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do 6 to build the Odin, which will increase my assembly limit for the building of a ship by 1. So that's sweet. That's my turn. So I draw 2. Oh, we are so close to the end of this game.
Yeah, I will build the SS Manicore using this 3-ship card. Yay! It is an operational ship. I'm not going to attack with it because things are pretty fragile. So I'm just going to draw that.
I'm going to spend $5 to buy a ship, which is under construction. And it's Steve's turn. Oh gosh. I will discard a card and cringe. Steve's turn.
Oh, darn. I can't quite spend 5.
Oh, it's
3,
good.
4, 5, 6, also 7. Oh, but my assembly limit. My assembly limit is higher. Is there what? 2 cards left?
Mm-hmm.
And it's equal number of turns?
Yep. So if you end it, I get a turn, but you don't.
Okay. But on your, you could just discard more cards.
Mhm.
What is it?
Come on. What you gonna do?
It's so tough.
I have $0. What are you gonna do?
It's that.
Don't let the last turn of the game
I'm sorry.
take
That's
forever.
sorry.
Don't let it happen, Kairos. Don't let it happen. Have you tried another roll and rate and artifacting game? Have you tried ancient artifacts? It's not ringing any bells. Ancient artifacts. Yeah, I'm not sure if we played that one. I don't know.
Okay. Life's hard.
It is very difficult for you. My camera leg is not registering all the pictures that I take, which makes me sad.
It'll take a chance. And just prep this. I'm gonna prep this planet with 2 cards. Okay, your turn.
Oh goodness. So if I draw a card, I end the game and you don't get a turn.
Yes.
Well, I got bad news for you, kid. There's literally nothing I can do except for something that triggers a drawing card.
Yep.
So why did you even prep that?
It was the only chance that I had to get points.
But
There's
you don't
nothing
have
I
a
could.
chance, because there's nothing I can do that wouldn't end up with me drawing cards.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
That's not taking a chance. That's just you making it so I am guaranteed to get one more turn. Do you want to make it so I'm not guaranteed to get a turn? Because, yeah, or, I mean, you thought really long and hard about it, but you didn't think hard enough.
Well, no, because I went through everything. There's nothing I could do that would involve me getting another point with the cards in my hand.
Okay, so that's what you're gonna do? You done?
Yeah, I think so. There's nothing I can do because my assembly, the operational things are wild because of the.
Okay, well, I really, 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 really wanted to build that fractal ship, but I can't.
Can we play this again? This stream's over.
Oh gosh, you take forever.
Only on the last turn.
No, you take forever on all your other turns. When you go back and watch this, you'll be like, Steve's like, da 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 da, and then Tiffany's like, yeah, I do this. Yeah, wait, your turn. That's like the majority of the stream. Okay. Well, you've forced my hand. My assembly limit is 3, which is great for building ships. But it still means I have to pay 7, and I have 7, but it's gonna take me 4 cards to do it with the cards that I have. So can't do nada. So I'm just going to. I guess I could activate this again. It's either I get money or I activate these again. So I'm going to activate the game revenue again and hope that these activate. So, first card for this one, doesn't really matter if it activates, it doesn't. And then we have to shuffle the discard so I can activate my other two. Well, if nothing else, the new computer can apparently handle the 4K camera and 2 other cameras.
Which is super exciting. And it can handle doing the
Yes.
the multi-cam with the tiny hands.
Alright. This one. Dang it. Next one. Mother Trucker. None of them trigger. Which is awful.
Oh, because you were doing the tech trigger.
Yeah. They all would have triggered if the cards had been drawn in a
In
different order.
order.
That's how it is. So let's game.
Special promo card.
There was a deck of promo cards.
Too crazy. Isn't that too crazy?
Yeah, from Legacy.
From Legacy.
Okay. So now we score.
Woo! Scoring is actually pretty easy because a lot of the stuff was during the game.
Yeah, so the base scoring is that. Oh, it's on the back again.
One for every card in your empire.
Yeah. It does not include
under construction.
Yeah.
Check each operational technology.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting is I think.
And then player and game scoring. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 built things.
In the rules, it doesn't actually say to do the player scoring, which is interesting.
Yeah.
It doesn't have it as a step to do player scoring.
That's so weird.
That would be nice.
There's no delay between cameras. Oh, we have the same number of built cards. Interesting. Okay, and then operations, because Steve was a jerk, I didn't get to do this one, which stinks. And then I decided to go for that one, and it was a bad idea. And so I only get 2 points for that one. And then this one I only get 2 points. There's
4 for each operation. 4. And then 1 point for each experiment.
For my player scoring, I get 1 point for each logistics planet and 1 point for each exploration card. So logistics planets, I have 5, so I will get 5 points from that. And then exploration cards, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points, which put me at 30. So Steve still wins, which
Cool.
I'm not surprised. He's just like, cool, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sweet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm kind of mumbled through my scoring, so I'll just. It was 1 point for every card in my empire, and I had 12, I think. So I had 15 cards in my empire, so it's 15 points. The operational technology card I had was the 4 operational ships of a different type, and I do have the 4 of a different type, so that was 8 points. So.
If I
15
had,
and 8 is 23.
if I had gotten
And then another
this ship built, I would have gotten another 3 points,
one.
which wouldn't have helped.
And then
Dang,
another
Steve.
4 points for each operational ship, and then 3 points, 1, 2, 3 for each extermination card. So my end scoring didn't actually give me a lot, but it was having a lot of cards.
Your in-game scoring got you like 20 points.
No, my in-game scoring on my card.
Oh, okay.
That got me 7 points. But getting even one of the tech cards to the highest level was pretty hard. I don't know. I am liking this a lot more than I expected to.
Interesting.
Tiffany's like,
I mean, it's just an interesting way to put it. It's a very straightforward game. It's just do things with the cards and do things.
Yeah.
It reminds me of another game where you just, it's very sandboxy. It's kind of got the vibe of Dominion, right? Where you wait for people's turns and they just do a bunch of stuff. And for the most part, with the exception of like attacking, everybody can do their turns simultaneously, as long as we don't screw up the drawing order. Like, Steve could have done several of his turns without me, and the only thing that mattered was, I mean, if it mattered, was the cards that got drawn and how they came out in the deck. So I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, that's true.
It almost felt like we were sitting there and I was like, I feel like I'm playing a solo game, but I have to wait for you to play your solo game while I'm playing my solo game.
My solo game is great.
And normally I don't mind playing games like that, but I minded. I wanted you to attack me. The few times when you were like, I'm going to attack. No, I'm not. I was just like, dang it.
Well, and it was.
Give me something to do.
I would have attacked more, but it was that silly tech card. The tech card that wanted operational ships. And if you attack with them, it basically... And I did just the once, hoping to get artifacts. But it was too risky to attack because I needed it for the points.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
I do get a little bit of that Dominion vibe. Like, it's not a deck builder, but it's just the, like... I mean, it's a little bit like Dominion, but all of your cards are out. Like, they're all already in your tableau, and you're just, like, happily triggering them.
Yeah, well, and there's some stuff where you're like, do I go for ships? Do I go for tech? Do I go for planets? And at first I was like, I'm just going to go planet crazy because it benefits me to have planets. And then I was like, I'm bored of going planet crazy. So I decided I would try to achieve the operational goal of the one tech by getting more ships because I realized I had already done, just on accident, the other two conditions. So I just needed to get 2 more ships of different types. And I was like, oh, I can do that. And then it turns out I couldn't. But, yeah, I don't know. I want to play it again because I feel like I wasn't optimal in, like, things. And then, like, I feel like building tech, because tech lets you break rules, really helps because they give you a lot of ongoing and, like, additionals and things like that, which I wasn't doing this game as opposed to last game. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I gotta play it again. But the quality of the game is really spot on. They did plastic cards, and the art and the graphic design. There's like really nice touches.
They're not just like plastic.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're not. I guess they are starting to show somewhere.
I don't know. They're good quality cards. I don't think they're.
Yeah, I don't think they're plastic. But the resource deck is already starting to show a little wear, which it's gonna get played and run through a lot as you play, but that's okay. So there's that. It's gorgeous. It's very well done graphically with the graphic design. The rulebook is very well written. I like how they did callouts. They did really great callouts everywhere. And it was super awesome. I just wished that they had a better summary at the end of the rulebook. They have a summary, but they're missing some stuff that were callouts in the rulebook, but they didn't feel like putting them. I'm like, if it's important enough to put it as a big callout in the rulebook, put it in your summary.
Yeah, there were a couple things that I wish were called out better. Like, for example, the fact that the base buy cost is always 5. Like, you can just kind of remember that, but it felt like it should have been.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing that you would otherwise just need to know.
So it's interesting to me. There's a lot of, Portal games kind of like first versions. Oh my goodness, with the rulebook was pretty painful. So Portal games have a little bit of a rep in regards to. We have the capabilities now. We could do that again. Portal has a little bit of a reputation in regards to the English rulebook and callouts, and this rulebook is, I think, the best rulebook that I've seen from Portal. There's still like tiny little things that could be changed, but it's nitpicky, I think.
Yeah, and I think most of the questions that I had were questions that were like, the section in the rules was pretty obvious, but it was just like very specific ordering questions. Like, when you are attacking with all of your ships, do you have to decide which ships are attacking before or after you start resolving? Like, I could have missed it. It would have been nice if that was clarified, but that's the kind of thing. Like, I was happy just to kind of just make a ruling and keep going. What else? Yeah, I get what you're saying about the sandboxy vibe.
It's so sad. I was bored. Like, I normally really like playing sandbox games. Like, I really enjoy playing Imperial Settlers, which a lot of people say is a quintessential sandbox game. But I was bored this game. and it's a sandboxy game, and I think it's because the decisions that I had to make were so simple on my turn that it wasn't as interesting as with Imperial Settlers, where you're like, if I do this and then this and then this, but I want to draw cards and that might lead to this, like, because you can do more things that can do different combos. You have less options to do things, and then your combos are really dependent on getting certain cards. And maybe I think it's because I didn't have enough technologies that were giving me those combo options, whereas Steve had a bunch of those technologies that were giving him those combo options. So
it's almost like you need to build your engine in that direction, I guess. Yeah, I think because you are only doing one thing on your turn, a lot of your strategies are definitely multi-turns. Your individual strategy, there are definitely parts where you can stall out, which is that kind of like it's sort of a fault of your engine, but that's also not a very interesting turn. Like, for example, if everything is built and you have nothing in your under construction and you have no techs, really the only thing you can do is buy.
yeah.
Unless you start having resources, or like unless you've unlocked the ability to do things like attack or trigger your storing cards, or it's like the only thing you can do is buy, and then your decision is like what am I buying and how many things are in my spec, which is okay, but it's like that's basically your only choice on that turn. I think also it's very easy, or it felt easy on my first game to have an engine that wasn't very successful. Like, I built a lot of planets that made it easier and cheaper for me to do things than the first time I played, and then I had really nothing else to do besides make things cheaper.
Which is what I think happened to me. Is I was like, oh, well, I can make planets cheaply, I guess. Like, so I sort of stalled out. So the significance, yeah, so I did slightly better than Steve in our last game because I went crazy on the tech. So I feel like going crazy on the tech is, like, crucial for this game.
And I think for this game, I had some techs that were making my turns more interesting, like the one where when you discover a planet, you get a point for every other planet of the matching type. So I felt like my turns, I felt like I was trying to time stuff. Like I wanted, I was sitting on that Vorgon tech laser or whatnot until I got my 4 operational ships, and then I flipped it.
Yeah, Willie, we just finished. We're doing our thoughts. So if you don't want spoilers on our thoughts, you could go back to the beginning and watch.
But I think there wasn't a lot of interaction. Partly that was how we were playing. One thing I was attuned to was like looking at what the top card was of the buy deck and saying, is that something that I want? I should probably get it now because there's a possibility Tiff will get it on her turn. I think if you have more players, I guess going up to 5, that would become a little bit more intense on your turn. Like, oh, I really, really need to do that.
Well, but there's so many repeats of cards. So if you're judging based on the top of the buy deck, like there's a lot of them.
Yeah, if you buy 4, you have a pretty good shot.
So, I just am showing off the answer. What do you want?
Oh, I was going to look at the... I'm curious about the defense plans, because I didn't look in the defense plan deck at all.
It's away. It's put away.
It's gone.
Yeah. I burned it. Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to play it again halfway through because I realized I screwed up, but now that we're at the end of the game, I'm just like, I sort of just want to play Imperial Settlers again because I screwed up really bad. But I think that has more to do with the fact I feel that has more to do with how I played it. Because halfway through the game, I was like, yeah, I want to play this again because I'm realizing I'm screwed up, and then there was nothing I could really do coming back from that to catch up with him. So I have to play again to see if I just am that bad. Zena is having a class.
So this is interesting.
Don't know if I can
most of the defense plan cards damage or destroy your enemy ships, and the basic defense plan if they score badly, it just doesn't affect you as the defender. So
It's,
if
oh, it's
your
upside
plan-
down, but you
Oh.
can totally see Nina playing. There you go. Sneaky puppy cam.
Of course, behind the cart. So I think if you were playing in a multiplayer game and people were attacking each other more, yeah, I think the defense plans would be more important because otherwise,
They're useless if you're not being attacked.
Yeah.
If you're not attacking other players, or you're not being attacked by other players, it's a little bit useless.
And do you discard them when you use them?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So they're kind of situational. I guess. I don't know. I would be interested to see this with more players because it does play pretty quick, except for when people start chaining. So I imagine your AP prone friend. I don't know anybody like that, but if you do someone like that, that could slow down the multiplayer game.
Yeah. See, he's on the couch, on a laptop, so that camera is no longer interesting. Also, I really like our new camera setup. Yay! The camera's really nice, and I can do 3 cameras. It's really great. I'm really happy. This laptop has worked very well for this stream, and it's made me very excited for future streams. It's really great. I'm sad about how it came to be. Ugh. I have to get a new sticker for it because it doesn't have a sticker, and I can't transfer stickers because that's pointless. I did it once. It was awful.
Because they just bubble and
Yeah.
stretch.
This is my old laptop. This has gotten me so far in my YouTube channel.
It was with you at the start, yeah?
Nope.
No?
I bought it. I bought it a few whatever's in because the laptop I have could not handle video editing, which is funny because this one I've been struggling with this one with video editing for a while. So
Well, I think also the more
it
complex.
didn't pitch, but it worked. And then like I started doing more multicam and different stuff.
More complex timelines and more complex videos.
Yep.
You've graduated to one that can handle more complicated videos. Oh my god,
She's going crazy, guys.
she's
Y'all, sorry. She's going
Playing-
crazy, y'all.
playing fetch with herself.
She's, yeah. Can you see her? Can you see her? And that's my new laptop in the corner that you can see. So, Anyway.
Yeah.
thank you for tuning in and watching this stream of Alien Artifacts. Thank you, Portal Games, for sponsoring this stream by sending us this copy of Alien Artifacts. We hope that if you watched this far, this was helpful and informative, and if you learned how to play the game on this from this video, I hope it was helpful. The rulebook is really not bad in this one. It's much better than First Merchants.
Well, the
yeah.
game itself is pretty straightforward.
The game is super straightforward.
It was pretty straightforward to teach. I think there were just a couple questions that I had like while playing it.
Yeah, I just want a slightly different play rate. There's just a couple things that I feel is missing from the play rate. So yeah.
Also, because of how sandboxy it is, I imagine someone will probably, or multiple people will probably do solo variants on BBG.
I'm surprised there isn't one.
And that, I think with just how much fun it is to get your engine right, I think that would be a fun way to play it.
Yeah. So, there we go. That's our stream. I want to do a bonus stream because that stack is still driving me nuts, and we leave next week. I don't know what you would want to bonus stream. Like bonus stream Vortex.
Bonus Vortex? Even though I learned it, I think it's a little too long for the bonus. You're just shaking your head.
I know what you're going to say.
just-
It's thematically appropriate, but it's just way too
I want to play Paradox.
I could do a bonus unboxing of Lisboa, which has been my tease for like however long.
Maybe triple camera unboxing.
Just show like multiple. I don't think that makes sense, but you know.
Yeah, you do that, and then I'll just play another game.
Play yourself.
I had fun with the engine. Like
You had
I
a
know
lot of fun. I
you-
was so bored.
You were also playing, and I appreciate that you were in the same game as us. Yeah, there wasn't really a lot of interaction in the way we were playing.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because of the design of the game.
She's apparently thirsty now. She played really hard.
Which, it's funny that I've enjoyed this so much, because the very first game I played of Race for the Galaxy, that I didn't know what I was doing and got destroyed at a game night, I was just like, wait, where's the player interaction? Why am I even playing this with other people if I'm just playing this by myself?
I'm not saying that's how I feel about this game, and it might be a little bit how I feel. It's not that bad. I really enjoyed it last night. Like, legitimately enjoyed it. And halfway through this game, I enjoyed it. And then at that point, I just was like, Steve did it right, and I didn't, and this sucks.
Yeah. And I think the fact that it plays quickly does allow you to, like, it doesn't take forever for you to realize that your engine should have been different.
Quickly. Only if Steve is not.
Yeah. But it does seem like for our first game, we only played one round going through the deck once.
She's playing fast with herself.
If you are playing this for your first time, that might be an okay way for just your first game. Like, you will make all of your engine mistakes in that first time through the deck, and then that would maybe be a good stopping point to play it again. So that you don't have to play the whole game with a busted engine if you don't want to.
Yeah. The quality, I mean, even this is just it's so great. It's so great.
I don't think we're having, sometimes the other way we were showing it, you would struggle with like multicam and you start getting camera lag. And this, it seems like it's can just process it.
Well, there's also like literally nothing on this laptop. I got it, I opened it, and I installed the streaming software, and that is all that is on this laptop right now.
I'm going to take that dog out. Also,
Thank you.
Kind of interested in maybe figuring out how I can, Halloween's coming up.
I think you're going to have to do more than the Whole30 diet to achieve that look.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
But
next Halloween.
I mean, just,
Next Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, I won't even really have to work out because these are mechanical arms.
Yeah, but the chest. Getting those abs is going to be the hardest part for you.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something to aspire to.
Thank you again for tuning in and watching. I think I'm going to do the Lisboa unboxing. I think that's what I'm going to do while Steve takes Zena for another stroll or something, because she's got too much energy.
Definitely too much.
Yeah.
Would you like to go play with your friend Balthazar?
Okay, I'm going to punch and do Lisboa and talk with the internet about things while we do that. So yeah,
okay.
Tune in for that if you're interested. We'll be back shortly. Okay, thank you. Love you. Bye.